When you were younger and stuff, did your mom raise you as well, or was it just your dad?
When I was growing up, my mom actually abused me when I was younger and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I never really got close with her. My dad got full custody of me, and when I got older, I finally allowed her to speak to me, kind of like around like 2021. I finally got enough in me to say, okay, let's talk and try to hash this out. And then she passed away at the beginning of my amateur career too.
Mm.
So that was just like a situation where she messed up, and then I was like, you know what? She's my mom at the end of the day. Let me forgive her. But after she passed away, I went through like some therapy and stuff like that, and then I learned to just forgive her for everything, and I hope she's at peace.
Okay. Rest in peace to your mom too. I'm sorry about that loss as well. That's got to be tough, bro. I couldn't imagine losing two parents.
Yeah, yeah. It was definitely a crazy couple months that stuff was going on behind the scenes as my fighting career took off. That
Mm-hmm.
I had to grow as a person as well and grow as a man. That's why in a lot of interviews I'm like, this fight has done way more much for me than just like allowed me to win. It's allowed me to like learn who I am as a person and fight battles that not a lot of people go through. Like I see people that lose their parents, and I'm sure you know exactly how I feel about it because you said you lost him at a way younger age than I did.
Yeah.
And you learn how to adapt when you go through something like that, and you can't really explain it to somebody that hasn't been through it,
Yeah.
how much that hurts when you lose a parent like that.
It hurts, but then you're almost like grateful too, right? Because it somehow it makes you like a better person as long as you can keep moving forward, you know?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
That's the part right there, moving, like getting past it. Because I've seen people that, like the actor that just lost his dad. He uh passed away, killed himself because of the grief he was feeling.
Oh, really? I
Uh,
didn't hear about this.
yeah, the guy from the one with it's the big show that everybody watches now. It has Zendaya in it.
Oh, yeah,
You're
yeah, the young guy from it, right? Like,
yeah, the guy that everybody loves in it. He kind of looked like Mac Miller.
yeah, and that's what happened. He committed suicide because he lost his father.
Yeah, he couldn't like handle the grief his
Oh
parents said and
shit.
everything, and he passed away. And then when I was reading them articles and stuff, I was like, damn, bro, like I really got through some crazy stuff that
Yeah.
because I was really going through it when I lost him. I was like, damn, I don't know what I'm gonna do. He was my best friend, and I didn't realize how much of a best friend he was to me until after he passed, and it was just late. So, but I've grew from it. I'm able to even talk about it now, and before this last win that I had, I wasn't able to really talk about it without choking up and stuff. So it feels
Yeah.
good to be able to let the story out now.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably you had all that pressure on you. That's why it's like so much anxiety because you're trying to like achieve something, you know, and probably in honor of like your parents too. So now that you achieved it, you probably like you said, it's a weight off your shoulders. Probably able to talk about it a little bit more now.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's way easier to get it out now.
Yeah. But with your mom and stuff, were you able to get like closure with her and kind of figure out what happened when you were a child? I guess why did you think she kind of abused you in a sense?
I think that she the way she passed, she overdosed on heroin. So I'm guessing she was big into drugs and stuff like that while I was a younger kid. So
Hmm.
this is actually the first time I've even told any podcast about this. So,
Wow.
but yeah, I think I'm guessing it had to do with drugs or drinking or something like that. I'm sure she didn't know what she was doing in the time. I'm sure she still loved me, but regardless, that situation shouldn't have happened. And but at the end of the day, I forgive her, and I forgive her because everything that I went through with my mom and everything I went through with my dad, it's made me the man I am today.
Mm. And actually, it's probably not even surprising that you became a fighter through that because I don't know where I heard this, but like I've heard that when you kind of get beat as a kid and stuff, especially for like doing wrong, it translates to where like now when you're in public, that's how you deal with your anger and stuff. Did you ever find yourself dealing with your anger that way, like getting in fights or anything with other kids?
Um, honestly, I think going through all that made me more of a gentle person, kind of
Okay.
like made me realize that's not what I should do. I think I took it the opposite. I've heard of this happening with people before too. They
Yeah.
think it's right to hurt somebody because they were hurt when they did wrong when they were younger. But I think it had the opposite effect on me. It's taught me how to like what I shouldn't do in situations when somebody's doing wrong. I've actually got really good at communicating and stuff after I learned what happened when I got older and realized, oh, I was abused. This did happen, stuff like that, and it's learned me to communicate with people better. And meeting my manager, Drake, the guy you spoke to schedule this, he's
Okay.
taught me how to communicate really good. And I think it affected me positive in that aspect.